welcome to Limitless Light with me, Angel Yvette. I'm here to do the Aries Season Preview, and I am really looking forward to getting into this. If you have not seen, go check out the spring Seasoning with Soul that recently just came out. It was a rough one. It was a rough one to actually put out just because the messages were a little more sharp than usual. Okay. So just know that I am so happy to have put it out. I hope that it does help with like navigating these times that are coming. And yeah, it's about ready to get into the spring energy anyway. We're basically there. There's blooming happening all around. And I hope that everyone's doing well. So let me fix this angle because it's all like, okay. I'm working with two different computers, and I'm going to remove this in the back because it's there. All right. This is a tripod that I haven't quite figured out yet. So, hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're catching it live or catching the recording, I am so happy to be reading today. We're getting into the Aries season. The Aries season is this March 20th, 21st, between the 19th and 21st. I've seen different dates thrown around, sort of. For me, it's the 21st. It's the 21st. That's the 20th, 21st. That's the official transition of the season for me, of the astrological season. So let's see what source is giving us for this upcoming Aries season, which is right around the corner, essentially. Today is the 18th. And yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to massage my cards with some stones. I have amethyst, tiger's eye, and bloodstone on top of the deck that I'll be using for the tarot, which is the Illuminated Tarot. One of my faves. It's like a playing card deck, and it is just very intricately made, I feel like. I'm going to actually put that aside, and I'm going to start today with the Source Journey Oracle, so we can see sort of where is Aries season going to take us, and what type of energy can we really seek to implement or allow to drive us this Aries season, okay? I still haven't figured out music, so I'm working on it though. Friendship just flew out. I don't know if I'm on Instagram as well. Make sure you check the Instagram out if you want the orientation of like the phone feed, the social media feed. For sure, check out Instagram at Limitless Light, okay? Otherwise, wow, friendship came out. Friendship. That is beautiful. It's a beautiful energy to be getting into, to be absorbed into. On the bottom, we got humor. Wow. Okay, so this is pretty aligned. We also got humor for, I believe, the first eclipse that's happening this year that came out as a message in another deck. And the eclipse is happening this month. It is March 18th today. So in 7 days, the eclipse will be happening. I think there's going to be a lot of rough patches happening. And I think that humor is going to be one of the primary ways that we're able to sort of find ourselves through these times, this transitionary time of this Aries season. Because, it's the beginning of the astrological year. It's just representative of birth. So a lot of people could be having babies at this time or conceiving babies at this time. And all the time, but I think it's just a little bit more tied to this season, I'll say. All right. So we got friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So that's good that's a good message, right? Because not everybody can't be everything to everybody. And that includes yourself. You can't be everything to everybody. So you have to sort of be able to know where people, and as well as like people, groups, communities, where you fit in those places and where they fit in your spaces, and where you allot them. So let's see, going into this reading, we're going to do the elemental layout. I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit so you can focus on the cards. Excellent. And then you get a little bit of me. But this is the friendship card. I should show you guys this beautiful, like, mandala frequency. I've been seeing a lot of videos on these type of like water. These type of patterns are being made in water by frequencies. So I think I think that friendship coming up at this time is also maybe talking about how, there's a divine relationship here. There are divine relationships here that can really help us with making this process flow easier. This transitionary process of coming into the spring season, coming into the new year under the Aries sign, the sign of Aries, the time of Aries. I'm gonna just move this whole thing over. Okay. I'm trying to make it so that it can be seen on both cameras. We have a lot of purple energy so far. So that's very, very Pisces, which is, what we're coming out of. We're currently in Pisces season. And I think that there's a lot that we should be just regularly carrying with us in terms of the lessons that we take from each season that we experience. And with the purple, like, enlightened energy, I think that's really going to do a great deal of highlighting this experience of this Aries season. Yeah. I feel like the first highlighted message here, for this first card that came out, excuse me, for this first card that came out is really literally like, don't lose sleep over anything. Like, don't do anything that's gonna cause you to lose sleep. All right, I'm gonna shuffle these once because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that I should. They're kind of like not responsive at the moment, so I'm gonna wake them up a little bit. And I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all had a great St. Patty's Day. And be sure to check out, if you didn't check out last week, the women's, the celebration of celebrating Women's History Month by celebrating the divine feminine videos. That video that was done with the lovely Tiffany Terology and I on Instagram. Definitely go check that out. It's, it's there now, so it's going to be there. That's where it's housed, but there's also a part 2 happening on YouTube this week. Okay. More purple energy, more swords energy. So enlightenment of the mind, or sharpening of the mind, like I said, with the swords coming out. Okay. Definitely check that divine feminine reading out. And I hope to see you there Wednesday as well. It'll be live, but it'll also be recorded if you can't catch the live. So, I'm just going to see what that is, because one fell on the table, and I'm just going to take that as the message, that is to be seen. And it's the Four of Hearts. Wow. Okay, so I feel like, I don't know if it's tied to being distracted, But I think that there are going to be a lot of times that are distracting, maybe emotions that come up, or maybe situations that cause us to react in certain ways. And those ways are distracting us from the sun, the seven of the chariot, the jack of swords are sort of distracting us at times, or presenting this distractive energy from our focuses. Okay, I think that these cards coming out are a side message, just telling us that during this season of Aries, wow, more swords. During the season of Aries, that it's just going to be rough, I feel like, to be honest. And I'm not sure if it's going to be, I'm not sure if it's going to be simply this season or if it's going to expand. But I think that, it's a good time to sort of tap into those energies around us, as well as consider energies that, like with discernment, that are new. I feel like there's times that we're going to encounter that, just when it comes to our confidence, it's going to, attempt to rattle our confidence, Yeah, all these swords. That's what I'm saying too, girl. Like, this is crazy, Like, okay, so we have the World, or the Ace of Pentacles, that came out. So that's a good. I feel like this is very in line with the and then two cards I did not want to be surfaced, and we're going to talk about the positions of them. But like, I do encourage you to watch the short video for the Seasoning with Soul for Spring 2024. It does say a lot of this within it, and this is intense because it is so much of the swords energy. We have the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords. Just initially, we have a little balance of like the Queen of Cups and the Jack of Cups. And then the Ace of Pentacles. It's like it's very reassuring that these potential like focuses that we have to focus on are really going to bring us sort of to that state of fullness. Full moon. There's going to be a full moon eclipse in April too. So maybe this is up till the full moon. This is the depiction of the world, but let me go on. Okay, so we have the Friendship card that came out for the Oracle with humor on the bottom. I definitely think it's a great time, especially with the season changing. I think it's a great time to get into situations and opportunities, I want to say, of coming together with loved ones, coming together with friends, coming together and having a good time, even if there's not good things happening. I think that I was sort of alluding to this in the first week of the Divine Feminine celebration, that like negative with negative is just going to be so much negative. So you really have to find that balance, again, with that friendship card saying understanding that people are in your life for a reason. Yeah, there's, oh wow, and then the humor card saying I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. That's basically the energy that I think that we really need to ground ourselves in. There's even a version of Buddha on this humor card. Okay, so I think that there might be a struggle for us to remain in the state of peace that we're sort of coming into. Oh wow, growth is under humor. So I think that there may be a little bit of a struggle, right? But I think that once we do stabilize ourselves, oh my words, stabilize ourselves. Oh my gosh, World Rising, hi. Thank you. Thank you for attending. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming through. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. It's good to see you. But the stabilizing and this sort of lightheartedness is really going to carry us through this season. Okay. All right. Now I'm not waiting. I can't. I can't wait. I just can't wait. Okay. All right. So for the highlighted message, we got the 9 of Swords. It does seem to be reversed. So I think that those things that do, like, essentially the phrase is like, will keep you up at night. I think that there's a way for us to conquer them, but it's going to be very difficult. It may be very difficult. It may be very challenging. I'd rather say challenging, because everything is a challenge. Like, even though it's difficult doesn't mean that we can't conquer it. Okay. And we may not be able to conquer it all at once. So that's another challenge for a lot of us, because we're in this quick paced world, so it may be challenging us to slow down and to really approach the situation a different way, possibly. Okay, with this 5 of Swords again. Gosh, it just blows my mind. We have one club card out here. We have all the suits. 5 of Swords, I feel like it's a revelation. It's a revelation. There's going to be either a need to start a process of exposure for yourself, whether that's emotionally or mentally. Like, there's some turmoil that is either happening mentally, or there is some turmoil that is going to happen. It seems like in this Aries season. But I really think that it's a good time during Aries season to tackle these things. We have the 5 of Swords, and I feel like it's tied to the mystery. It's like of going all in or not, and not knowing what's going to happen, but having the faith that good things are going to happen. Having the faith that, like, or analyzing the situation and knowing that if I go all in something, for instance, that understanding what the consequences are, what the consequences are of going in that, and then making a decision, an informed decision. Okay, an informed decision that is going to nurture any situation. There's a lot of nurturing that I feel like needs to happen with this 9 of Swords coming out first. Whether that's us nurturing ourselves, taking care of ourselves. Hello, idiot. Hi, MB now. I don't know if I said your name right. I apologize if I didn't. Thank you for being here. The nurturing needs to happen, and we'll get to it in the next card with the Jack of Cups, which is, let me make sure I say this right. This is how we approach this time, nurturing. Okay, so the nurturing aspect, and the Jack of Cups sort of is traditionally, like, will be depicted as a knight on a horse, just with his cup, near a river, I believe. And I think that the image in that card is sort of giving this message of not needing to tackle things all at once, or not needing to go straight to the river, or making sure you have everything you need to collect all that you need from the river. You know what I mean? So I think it is about a little bit about strategizing going forward, or being mindful going forward about the way that we move, right? In this season of Aries, okay. But to do so with a nurturing heart as we go into this next position, the fourth position, which is the immediate influences, and it is the Queen of Hearts or the Queen of Cups with the Three of Swords. Three of Swords and Queen of Cups are like the juxtaposed opposites, I feel like. But I think that it goes more into the energy I was talking about meeting negativity with positivity as opposed to meeting negativity with negativity. Hope you're having. Oh, I just got a really sweet message from my partner, from my fiance. Okay, I'm not wearing my ring right now because I don't want to lose it, but I'm home, so basically that is my ring right now. So, but my fiance just sent me a really sweet message about having a great day, and I think that, just for me personally, there's been things happening that reflect this energy already, and I think that it's sort of like source testing me, like, oh, let's see if you got what you're talking about and things like that. And I'm really happy that everybody's here. I'm really happy that uh he just sent me that message that really touched my heart. Okay, so we're gonna go into this one a little more. Three of Swords is about heartbreak. Three of Swords is about betrayal a lot of the time, but in this reading, I feel like it's just about. I feel like it's more about our something that we're focused on not being reflected back at us, right? So maybe it's that we've been putting work in a certain aspect of our lives and we're not seeing results yet. That is exactly what needs to be said. I feel like understand that it may take time. Understand that things. One of the greatest sayings that I learned, like in high school, is that nothing worth um, nothing of worth comes easily, and it does take time. So if it's taking time, that gives you more option to adjust as needed, to approach as needed, to really adapt as needed. I say adapt as we're going into this cardinal energy, and I think that the cardinal energy of this Aries season is to begin something that will nurture our journey forward, right? Even more so than not, and that may be a little uncomfortable in ways that may be a little uncomfortable for us, but are going to pay off, because in the fifth position we got adaptability, and that's the Ten of Cups. Okay, so this also goes into friendship, to our community, and things of that nature, right? If you see the Ten of Cups, there's usually um, like a whole family. There's like an older man who's presumably a grandfather, and like three dogs and a cat in a courtyard all together, like sort of just soaking up the moments with each other. So when this friendship and this humor card come out together as well, I feel like maybe a comedy club. Maybe you just need to maybe just going to comedy clubs or going to comedy scenes, that will help. Maybe doing like playing games, board games and stuff. That usually makes me crack up. Watching people do like Family Feud. Hello. Okay. That I think that we need a like collectively there is an energy that just needs to loosen up at this time and not be as so tightly round up or rung up, or I don't know. I don't want to use any other word because I feel like I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. Rabbits are great, just not when they're in my brain, right? um, Going down holes. So for this next position, we have the harmonic balance, and it is the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Diamonds in this deck. And as well, it is the World. So these cards are great because they represent multiple things. Like the Ten of Cups here also represents the Wheel of Fortune. We don't have any other cards like that other than the card that I'm on now, which is the Ace of Resources. Essentially, I feel like it's always resources. It's about the resources. So I think there's a way of really coming into a greater reception energy, a greater reception energy and a greater output energy of resources, whether that's us balancing the way that we allocate our resources or others doing the same, right? With this Ace of Pentacles, I think that by introducing this commitment to nurturing, oh wow, I have to show you the bottom of the deck energy for these cards, by the way. Nurturing this energy is going to result in this ten of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles, because I mean, I don't think that it's false that if you put effort into something, you will reap what you sow. And I think that, with the whole line of the Pentacles cards, that's basically talking about the balance of effort and reward in a major way, right? So I feel like this Five of Pentacles, this last card, which is the position for going deeper, is going to be the Five of Clubs or Five of Wands reversed. And I think with the Five of Wands reversed, that there's an opportunity for us to come out of any turmoil we have mentally during Aries season. That making adjustments and sort of making decisions that are moving toward almost like, I feel like, a universal renewal, flow and renewal. I think that that's going to be important during Aries season, to at least either if some of us haven't started on that or anything like that, and we're looking to get started on that, I think it's a great time to sort of have our sights set on that. If it's not a great time to start to get active about it, and set up, whether that's like the way that we are going to input our energy into this movement. I feel like this transitionary movement is through a business or through stopping something and starting something new, whether that's in work, relationships, or thought patterns. I think thought patterns are going to be tremendous going into this season of spring and going into the season of Aries. That we're going to really have to see things for what they are and not what we want them to be. Because I think that seeing them as what we want them to be is keeping us stuck and stagnant. Okay, so I'm going to show the bottom of the deck energy for these cards because it's pretty crazy. Because it's another sword card, and it's the Six of Swords. So when we talk about the friendships and nurturing ourselves, I think nurturing ourselves is going to come from, external influence in a great way. And I just want to say, like, don't be afraid to reach out to people. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is going to be such a tremendous energy of this Aries and spring season, to be honest. So be sure to do that. Be sure to not resist. Be sure to surrender. Be sure to, when it comes up, for those times where you can be vulnerable and where you sort of, because we'll know. Unfortunately, it's happened a lot of times, and people have not known because we haven't been grounded. We haven't been focused on our focus. So definitely, we want to break these chains, and it seems like we are. Like, there is an energy that these mental restrictions and cognitive imbalances are going to be can be shattered. These chains can be released, and we can actualize a greater state of fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Shout out to Wheel of Fortune, through the nurturing of ourselves and our focuses, right? Especially involving our community at this time. Thank you so much for being here, Superstar. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to tune in this Wednesday as well. We're going to be doing, Tiffany Tarology and I are going to be going live for the second part of the celebration of the Divine Feminine. So that will be at 12 o'clock, and that will be on YouTube. I'll be hosting this week. So definitely hope to see you there. Also, follow Tiffany Tarology, and be sure to have notifications on and following Limitless Light on YouTube so that you can be on the up and up about it, because last week was tremendous, and this energy is tremendous, and I look forward to sharing it again and again and again and again and again with you. So as I close out, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here for yourself, and that you are divine. You are a divine angel light, and I appreciate you so much. Be sure to be love, stay light, and remember, you got this, and do that thing, okay? Like, the impossible, if it's impossible, know that you can still do it. Know that you can, and there's a way. I rode a horse. I'm disabled. I rode a horse, okay? Didn't ever think I would be able to do that. There's a way. If there is, I know it's cheesy to say, but if there's a will, there's a way, okay? And there are resources. And there are resources, new resources to come. All right, thank you. I don't know how to stop this. Bye.